Culinary Festival for inviting us to be here. Jack Wilson for inviting us. So, welcome. We're talking about distinctive regional wines today. The Scottsdale Culinary Festival invited. I'm sorry. What's that? Stand up? Oh, louder. Okay. Sounds really loud right here.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so the Scottsdale Culinary Festival invited, that we're talking about doing a seminar on Arizona wine. I thought it would be interesting to share some regional distinctive wines and then talk about where Arizona fits in, being that. So I invited these guys next to me, Ken Callaghan, Pavli Milic, and David Kisler, to sit with me and talk about wines. So that being said, we're really happy to be here. I'm going to pass this microphone over to David, who's going to moderate for us and make sure we stay on task. So, here you go, David.
All right, thank you very much. Is this loud enough for everybody? If you can. So, the topic being regional distinctive wines, I wanted to sort of define that for us as we move through this discussion and to say whether it's distinctive wines such as Chenin Blanc in the Loire Valley, Nebbiolo in Piedmont, where we really feel that those grape varietals reach their apex in those areas of the wine world. And also regionally distinctive when you think about Russian River Pinot Noir being on a level with Burgundy, or Malbec achieving extreme, quality levels that maybe were never achieved recently in Bordeaux or Callaghan. So it's just to sort of define what we mean by regional as an industry here in Arizona for food as well as wine. And to start off with that, maybe to define the state/regional style of Arizona wine, I'll hand it over to Ken.
Oh, sorry about that. Regional, we're waving in the back. Oh, sure, sorry. Regional style, we've got, in my opinion, at this point, we really have two regions in Arizona, both of which are fairly close. You've got Wilcox area, Cochise County, and you've got Sonoyta, which is where Todd and I are based. Sonoyta is roughly 4,800 to 5,000 feet in elevation, so it's fairly high up. Wilcox, at least the majority of the plantings tend to be in the 4,200 to, well, I'll say 4,000 to 4,300 foot elevation. So you've got a difference there. Soil differences. Kansas settlement in particular tends to have sandier soil, I think a little more easily worked than what we have in Sonoyta, which is iron-rich, high in bicarbonate, and fairly difficult to work. I think we'd agree on that. But in terms of the wine, and not to get too boring, but in terms of the wines that you taste, I think that I've been making wine from both areas for almost 20 years now. And in my opinion, Cochise County fruit almost always is very forward, up front, very easy to appreciate and understand right off the bat. Sonoyta grown fruit tends to be more tannic, astringent, tougher going. I think very good with food. Hopefully we have a lot of lamb lovers in the crowd. It's probably the perfect pairing for the wines that we grow in Sonoyta. But they do take time and they do benefit from aging. We just did a library tasting at the winery, which we do every year, have been for probably 7 years now. And one of the standouts was a 97 Cabernet. So that gives you some idea. I mean, a pretty good longevity for the wines. And that was a consensus pick from people from all ranges of what they like. People that are just getting into wine and people that have been drinking wine for years. So anyway, just a general overall view, in my opinion.
Thank you very much. And then, I guess because being wine lovers, when you have glasses of wine in front of you, your probably left leg is shaking because you want to start getting into them a little bit. And so we probably should get that out of the way and talk about the wine so you can enjoy them and listen to the discussion at the same time. Since we'll go left to right, we'll probably have Todd talk about the first wine, and then I'll talk about the second. Probably, would you like to talk about the Finca Villa Graces, or I can discuss that wine briefly?
Sure, I'll let you discuss.
Okay, and then Captain talk about that. So.
All right. So I brought a white wine to share with you all, expecting it to be bright and sunny outside, thinking we would need refreshment. And so I brought a white wine to share. So this is it's actually 2010 Meschioli from Cochise County. So this is a white wine we make from a vineyard owned by Dickie Rath from originally from Oregon. It's a field blend, being that we pick all the white grapes from that vineyard and ferment them together to make this wine. It spends there's two vessels that it comes from. It comes from a 500-liter new French oak barrel and a 600-liter concrete egg-shaped tank.